Man. Oh, man. I think I have to start this video by saying, like, I have like this undescribable like feeling in my stomach, and I want to say it's like super, it's like excitement to, be able to record another video and just kind of talk. Yeah, it's like this like stomach, it's like this feeling in my stomach. It's like excitement. But it's crazy. And I feel like I don't get that feeling often, so it's really cool. It's really, really cool. But anyways, what's up? So wanted to record a video, and I had a topic in mind for this video, and the way I pick topics for these videos is so just the way I pick topics for videos in general, at least recently, has just been so unplanned. Not sure how much I can delve into this topic, but currently it is 11:52 p.m. And this afternoon I fell asleep, took a short nap, which is not like normal. I would usually just stay awake until the nighttime and then fall asleep, but took a nap and had what I would describe as probably some sort of a nightmare, or it's kind of weird. And I guess that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Maybe it's just dreams and nightmares and whatnot. I do wish that I dreamed more. I feel like whenever I dream, they're always super abstract. Like it's always super weird. I always feel like they have meaning. And a little backstory behind that is, one of the past people in my life, they heavily believed in, really looking at the dreams that you had, really analyzing your dreams and seeing like maybe what your subconscious is trying to tell you, what your maybe mind is trying to tell you, or how your dreaming is maybe linking to how you feel about life, or things like that. And then I kind of started looking at my dreams differently, I think, ever since then. I'll tell you about the dream that I had earlier. So what I remember of it, that's another thing. Usually I do remember dreams, and the fact that I still remember what went on with it is interesting. But basically what I do remember is in the dream waking up, and I was in I don't know if this is like TMI, but my parents are divorced, and I used to like go back and forth to a bunch of different houses, I feel like, throughout my childhood. But one of the houses that I did go to when I was younger, that's where I woke up. But this wasn't like a one of the main houses that I grew up in. Like, this is like more of a temporary, I guess. But and when I say I grew up in like, or I was going to different houses, like the living situations of both of my parents, like, changed, throughout. But not to, get into that. This was one of the houses that, one of my parents had, or places that they stayed at. And, I remember waking up in the room that I was like considered like my room. And I remember the fans on the ceiling Well, there was really, I remember there was only one fan in the room, but for some reason when I looked up, there was a bunch of fans on the ceiling, and they were all going like super, super fast. And wind was blowing everywhere, like, you know, there was stuff flying all around. And when I got up, like, everything was shaking. Like it was an earthquake. Everything was shaking and rumbling, and I remember like stumbling around. And I remember stumbling through, because it was a hallway that separated the room that I was in from like the main part of the house. I remember stumbling into the kitchen and seeing nobody. I remember stumbling into the living room and seeing nobody. And what's weird is this wasn't a house that my mom had. This is a house that my dad was in. And I remember hearing a sound, I guess, that like my mom would make. And I remember just like saying out like, mom, like trying to see like if she would respond or where was she or whatnot. And I just remember looking around and I couldn't find, there was nobody. There was nobody around. And I'm pretty sure after that, it just ended. I remember just looking around. There was nobody in any of the rooms. It was, you know, it was like, it was like, you know, earthquake. You know, everything was shaking around. Super weird, which is, you know, I don't know, but you know, that's, I think I had more dreams. I think I dreamed more dreams in that, like, you know, during that, I guess, nap. But that's the one I remember the most. And I didn't look at it. Usually I like to look up, like, you know, what those different things may mean. What does it mean to have an earthquake in your dream? What does it mean to hear somebody but you can't, you know what I mean? And what I would interpret, I guess, you know, that dream to mean is, I don't know, like when I think of the wind blowing things everywhere, like I remember like a cup of like water or whatever being knocked over. I remember I had a cup of water knock over and get spilled on me in the process, and I remember in the dream knowing that it was like not my cup, it was like maybe my dad's cup or something like that. But yeah, I just remember yeah, that's how I like remembered it in the dream, or like how I like perceived things in the dream. But yeah, I would think that, like, you know, there'd be an earthquake and like things blowing around, and you know, things being super like all over the place. To me, I mean, like, I would think that that would probably mean, you know, maybe you have like instability in your life, I guess, possibly, or that you feel like maybe you have a lack of control on some things. Could be because you're stumbling around, you can't find a footing. Maybe. I mean, there could be other things that means, but do I think that that's true to my current life? Maybe in a way. And like, you know, hearing, like, thinking that I'm hearing like my mom, but I can't see anybody around me or see where she may be at. That was, you know, weird. I perceived it as my mom. It could be, maybe it could have been anybody, but like, that's who I, like, in my dream thought it was. But yeah, looking for people but can't find people. I'm not really sure what that, I mean, it's, I guess it's kind of funny because in the last video I was talking about how I'm like trying to find, you know, like-minded people, and in my dream I was looking for people but can't find and whatnot. I guess, I don't know. So I'm not sure. Yeah, and me being in that old house, you know, was super odd too. Everything was as I remember though. Everything, the way everything looked was exactly how I remember it. Sorry, I'm got like a something in my throat. Jesus. But yeah, interesting. You guys, I would definitely like, you know, if you feel like it, right? If you feel like it's cool enough to share, y'all should like put some interesting dreams of yours, you know, below if you've had any like, you know, weird, like I'm trying to think if I can recall dreams. I feel like every time, like I said, every time I do dream, they're like super abstract. Like I said, I think that this past dream, I would probably classify it as a nightmare because, you know, it was chaotic. I was alone. I guess that's a big factor that I didn't like think about. I was completely alone. It was like super just chaotic, and yeah, like it was like papers, and it was like things flying everywhere, like wind, and it was the wind from the like I remember, I think I even like hit myself on one of the fans or something like that, but there was a million fans on the ceiling, and they were going way faster than like a normal fan should. They were all going at like, you know, Mach 10, which is weird. It was a super surreal dream. It's super odd, you know? It's not like, I don't know, like I feel like the dreams that I have are always like that. They're always like super just abstract. I remember for some reason, a dream that I can recall is which I don't know why this is a dream that I can remember, but I remember a past dream that I had. It started, I was in a snowy forest, and I remember seeing like a cabin, and I think that there was a couple living in the cabin, but I wasn't a part of like them. You know, I just remember seeing that there was a couple in a cabin. It was daytime. It was a very snowy, very snowy, like snow everywhere. Trees are dead. Like this is winter. And I remember seeing wolves chasing a rabbit. And by the way, all the while in this dream, it was very woozy. I was stumbling around, like looking everywhere. Like I didn't feel like I had a good footing. But I remember seeing wolves chasing a rabbit. What else? I hear a slime. Oh, I guess it's like somewhere where I can't get it. And then I remember the dream switching to me swinging. I remember being, I was swinging from all of these ropes that were hanging from the sky. And I was in this big, it felt like this big city, like New York, I guess. You know, it was like this bunch of skyscrapers. When you look down, it's just fog. There's no floor. And I just remember swinging from ropes, just freely, you know, not really going anywhere. And then that's the end of that dream. I'm pretty sure. Or there may have been more. But yeah, I don't know. The dreams that I have are just always super odd. I feel like I don't have like normal dreams. Maybe nobody does. Maybe dreams are always odd, you know? I feel like we should talk about them more though. They're so odd. I think like what we know about how dreams work is also like very limited because our knowledge of the human brain is like very, you know, there's a lot to be discovered. And I think dreams are something that we still don't really fully understand. I mean, think about it. It's really crazy. Like you really feel, and also lucid dreaming, that's a whole nother topic, but like you can, having control over the dreams that you have is wild. I feel like that's happened to me a couple times, and it's been awesome because like you have like it's always like superpower dreams where I can fly and like, or do, you know, crazy stuff like that. Yeah, like our knowledge of dreaming is like so limited, and there's so much to probably like discover about how it works. But yeah, you just get like a whole You get a whole IMAX movie every time you go to sleep, basically. It's funny. But yeah, man, dreaming is weird. There's sometimes where I have periods where I don't dream a lot, and there's sometimes where I have periods where I do dream a lot. Not sure what like affects whether you do or not, you know. But yeah, nightmares aren't fun, or like dreams that are like not really like that stable. I feel like I never really have like, I guess like super happy dreams. Like I can't recall like a bunch of super happy dreams, I guess. Or maybe I just don't remember them, possibly. Not sure. I'm sure I've had them before though. It's just not the ones that I always just recall like the weird, you know, weird dreams. Yeah, like I said, definitely, you know, if you feel comfortable, definitely share like some maybe interesting dreams that you've had, or what you think about dreaming, what you think about, you know, like how all of that works. It's a weird thing. It's super weird. Like, and like I said, since I met that person from the past, the way I look at dreaming is so different. Like I always try to like analyze and, you know, see how dreaming is like maybe relates to how I feel about my life currently, and you know, things of that nature. Brr. I hear this cave, or I feel like there's mobs around me. I almost want to like just start digging towards the direction, see if I can find it. We're gonna be adventurous. See if we can find, like, trying to use like echolocation. Aha! Die. Alright. Oh my gosh. Sneak attack. From above. Ninja zombie. Look at this weird cave. Gosh. Dude, I just want to say, I'm just beyond grateful for like all the people showing support, like all the kind messages, man. Dude, I don't know why I get so like I'm like, why? It's like invoking like heavy emotion within me. Oh, look at diamonds. Look at that. Yeah, when I say that, I just feel like I, man. Yeah. Look at this. Look at that. Diamonds. Oh my gosh. Redstone. I probably need to like learn. I know how like the different components work and whatnot, and I've built redstone stuff, but I probably need to like get better. But yeah, like reading all the nice comments, and I don't know, just the support that I've gotten so far, I cannot even put into words. I promise you guys, I cannot even put into words like how like grateful I am for it. And yeah, it's been awesome, man. Definitely been really cool. But yeah, sorry, I'm like yeah, I don't, it's not even me. I promise I'm not like, oh gosh, like I'm being so literal when I talk about that. Like it like almost like kind of chokes me up a little bit. It's just dope, you know. It's really dope to just see that people, you know, that like what I'm creating, what I'm saying is like resonating with people. It's helping people. It's providing, you know, comfort. And I remember one of the comments on one of my older videos way back 3 days ago. No, but there was a comment on, I think the video I was talking about like what my purpose is, that they wish that I went into more depth about like, you know, I was talking about how like my childhood maybe relates to like what I feel like my purpose is, or why I want to do the things I want to do, why I want to help people. And yeah, I definitely like understand. Oh my gosh, that was almost bad. I definitely understand, you know, where they're coming from, and like, I don't know if it would be like, oh, like a part of me really does want to share like what I really think, or why I think I feel like, or why I feel like what my purpose is, what it is, or why I think what my purpose is, what it is. But I don't know if it'd be like too TMI, or like, you know, I really don't know how much I, you know, want to say, I guess, or am like comfortable with saying. But like, also a part of you is like, dude, you're gonna die one day. Like, why not talk? Why not share? You know, why not? Because maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe somebody will relate. But like, you know, a part of me is like, maybe that's like sharing too much about your personal, you know what I mean? It's a conflict within myself, you know what I mean? I would love to share, but I also feel like it might be too much, or, you know? But maybe I can share without going into too much detail, like, I'll say this. I just also don't want to like, you know, play like I don't know. I don't want people to pity me too. You know what I mean? This is what I'll say. Everything that I've gone through in my life, super glad that I went through it. You know what I mean? Like, everything that I've gone through in life has made me the person I am today. So maybe preface, if I ever do talk or delve into my past life, I'm never like wanting, you know, like I don't want anybody, I guess, to pity, you know, like you know, yeah, I guess, you know what I mean? I guess that's like what I would want. Like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, and maybe that's like a part of why I don't want to share, is because I feel like I don't want to like come off like that, I guess. Dude, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like, we're so far away from dreaming. I mean, we can maybe like rope it back into dreaming, like, I don't know. I'll say this, I mean, I'm sure, yeah, and also like everybody has a story, right? It's like, everybody has their own story. Yeah. I don't know, I'll say this, I feel like when I was younger, I didn't really, when I was younger, like I went through a lot, mentally. And I don't think I ever like, I never talked to anybody about it, you know? I never, for some reason, for the most part, I never talked to anybody about it. I just kind of like dealt with it like by myself. Which is not healthy, by the way. If you're ever going through anything mental, definitely like seek treatment, talk to a friend, do that. But I don't know if it's because I felt like I had nobody to go to, but I definitely like went through a bunch of like, yeah, like a bunch of mental stuff, and just yeah, I dealt with it all alone. I don't even know why I'm laughing. I think it's like a sad topic, so I'm trying to use like humor to make it like seem, I always do that. I always do that when I talk about like stuff that I feel like is sad, I feel like, you know, maybe not always, but I feel like I do that to make it, I use humor to like make it seem less weird, I guess, make it seem less sad. So hopefully that doesn't come off the wrong way, like me, like I'm just, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. That's, I won't, maybe that's a video later down the line. I won't go like super in depth. But maybe that could be a reason why I have some of the weirdest dreams, you know? So, yeah. But I will say, like, I definitely like am very like hesitant about like, you know, what I share and whatnot. But at the same time, like I said, like, and like I said in the old video, like, I'm gonna die one day. You know, I'm gonna be dead. Do I want all of my thoughts and ideas to die with me? Or do I want people to know, like, you know what I mean? What's the point of, you know, I don't know. That's kind of like a thought that I have though, like, you know, that would push me towards sharing more is like, you're gonna die one day. You know what I mean? Like, why not share your thoughts? Why not share, like, you know what I mean? But yeah. Also, no one that I know currently knows that, like, I make these videos too. I feel like, you know, if they were to ever find them, you know, if I'm, because I don't like tell anybody like really too much, save maybe like a couple people. So that's like another thing is like, well, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm getting into right now. It's 27 minutes into the video. I feel like I wish I like went deeper into explaining, but dreams are weird. Like I said, definitely, you know, share if you have any like, you know, interesting dreams. I'm sorry I went on like a little bit of a tangent. That's just how my brain works. But yeah, and like I want to like clarify, I guess, like, you know, like I said, nothing that I'm saying is like me ever trying to appear as like, you know, cool or mysterious, you know what I mean? It's just like I'm just speaking authentically, I'm speaking honestly. It's not like, you know, yeah, it's not like me wanting to really give off anything. It's just like me, just like, this is just how I think, you know? But yeah. But you know, just to kind of rope back to this, I do appreciate like all of, you know, the comments that you guys are leaving. I appreciate, you know, just y'all giving me, you know, some of your time, or like just listening to what I have to say. Like, that you have no idea how cool that is. And yeah, I appreciate it. And whoa, watch this move. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm like, my mind is scrambled like eggs and bacon. Can't scramble bacon, but maybe you can. Scrambled bacon. But yeah, yeah, sorry, dude, I'm like I'm like trying to like figure out how to move forward with this video, and I'm like, my mind's all over the place. I'm like thinking about something else while I'm thinking about trying to like continue the video. But yeah, I don't think I can really like, and I hate to be so, I'm like used to that corny for, I'm like, you know, it's like a movie or cliche movie line, but I really can't like, I really cannot like put into words how to like thank you guys for the support so far. Like it's incredible. Like, you know, just reading all the nice comments, reading about how like a lot of people can relate to what I'm saying is really cool too, especially, you know, coming from a place where like, you know, it's hard to find people who maybe can relate. So like seeing that people relate, seeing that I'm like providing value, you know, is pretty cool too. Also another tangent, what I'm doing in the game right now is I'm just planning on mining out like a huge, like I just want to mine out like a huge cube or something like that, just like a just a huge chunk of the world just mining out for no reason, just to do it. I think I touched on that in the last video. But yeah, I'll go ahead and end the video because I feel like at this point I'm just like, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got something out of the video. And you know, I hope you have a great day, a great night. And yeah. I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Later.